perspective, perspective, and only a perspective. Only in my case is a perspective based off of my experience. You always have to defer to your own. I mean, that's the fruit of this. Again, I've been saying this for years. That is the fruit of this universe. That is the nature of this universe, is that you're going to go through what you think you're going through from the best perspective that your perception and your discernment and your awareness versus your knowledge will allow. At the end of the day, you're not right, I'm not wrong, you're not wrong. Just gotta let your life tell your tale. You understand that? You can, and we all know people like that. People who don't do a damn thing right, but always got everything working out in their favor. Maybe that's their grand design, is to not do anything right and to still receive everything, abundantly. Versus somebody who's always trying to do the right thing and shit just ain't working out. You get it? So that's going to be the gist of this reading, is everything here is designed to make you move. That is how you can substantiate a universe. A universe in experience is a universe in experience. So again, everything is designed to move you. And one of the things you always hear me talk on is, as far as stillness and wholeness, is until you learn to make yourself the prominent force of why you do anything, there's going to be a lot of reasons why you do everything. Contrarian speak. Until I know that, hey, I can't do that until I make sure that this works out for me, even if I don't have the end game already in front of me, I'm not willing to invest in that, so I'm not going to give it my energy. Therefore, I did not move. Versus, no, man, it's just so much going on around me, I don't know how to keep still. Let me just see if I can find my way out. That's essentially a rat trapped in a cage. If you ain't never seen a rat trapped in a cage, just Google a video real quick. Them motherfuckers get real frantic. Eventually, they get real dangerous, too, because they'll chew through anything. A lot of y'all are rats in a cage to where you're chewing through everything. But a lot of stuff that you're chewing through is the same shit that's designed to keep you still. You're chewing through anything that does not look like what you have been taught and told you have to keep seeing, and you're running yourself crazy. No disrespect. So, again, I say everything here is designed to move you. So that's a perspective. So I'm going to use the perspective of this realm where everybody thinks the laws of motion and all this other stuff is what dominates your mind, without realizing that in order for there to be a law, there had to be a source of that law. You understand that? So since you think these laws are your governing body, I'm going to use this card for those people who fall prey to the limitations. That'll be them. My cards, the higher perspective oracle, I'm going to use them for a perspective of somebody who thinks like me, to where, nope, I'm the source of this shit. Before I create, I need to make sure that I am being responsible as the source of the creation. So, two perspectives. One on, I can't do anything but, what everything told me I have to do. Which, again, is fine and fair. Like I said at the beginning, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just, you got to let your life tell your tale. So, everything here is designed to move you. And that works out real pretty for today's number using my numerology. Today is 518. 5 is movement. 18 is your emotions. 18 is, holy shit, the potential is what I'm struggling with. The potential is what I'm struggling with, but 8 is the thought in my mind. I'm struggling with the thoughts in my mind. And if I'm going to move because the thoughts in my mind are telling me to move, where's the fucking battle? Come on, work with me. If the thoughts are telling me I have to move and then I can't keep still because of the thoughts, where's the battle? With your thoughts. But here's the trick. It's not a battle with your thoughts. It's a position of accountability and responsibility. I don't have to fight with my thinking. You know what? Go jump off a cliff. Damn, that's a crazy ass thought. I don't have to fight with it. I know that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I let it go. See, ta-da, no work needed. Some of y'all haven't got there yet. And that's not I've made it so far on my journey. I'm just saying, no, some of y'all haven't got there because you keep trying to use this same bullshit that you got taught in this realm as what's going to gain you a level of stillness. At some point, you're going to have to practice this thing I've always said for probably like the last 9 years. See the first rule of knowing. The first rule of knowing is, I know nothing at all. I don't know shit. So I appreciate when people are like, you spit some knowledge. No, I ain't spit no knowledge. I spit awareness. I'm aware that all this shit that I think I know, all the shit that wants me to know, or all the shit that I thought I knew, probably got me fucked up on many levels. because it's systems of containment, it's systems of limitation. You cannot get out of limitations by using limited thinking. You can't. So knowledge gets you fucked up, and you need to practice the first rule of knowing. I know nothing at all. See, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna gain awareness. Why? Because I'm watching. You know what? That's valid. Let me follow that until it loses its validity. Or you know what? That shit ain't valid. Let me leave that shit alone. Let me leave it alone because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Some of y'all cannot do that. So again, like I said, 2 cards. We're dealing with 518. The movement is what's got me in motion. The movement is what's got me in motion. So if the movement is what's got you in motion, how did the movement make you move? Take your time with that one. How can you be moved by something before you have awareness of what it is? That's a space-time conundrum, just to be honest with you. I don't know why I responded to that. Yeah, I know why, but you probably won't like the answer. So for those of you caught in this realm of limitations where you think the laws are your God, why do things move you? Wholeness. Why do things move you? God diggity damn. 38, you are one step outside of creation. You are the keeper of the scales. How can you look for something that you never had? That's a good point too. How can you look for something you never had until you establish value for what you want to see? You understand that? So in order to establish value for what you want to see, something had to present the ideology of identification. You understand? I'm going to go for something once something has presented it to me as an option. And that gets right into this card. It's fairness and balance, the keeper of the scales. When you try to seek balance, there is already the innate value of being off balance. See, man, I got to get balanced. Thank you, because they assign value. But if you don't understand what value is or where value comes from, then you start getting caught into systems of knowing. You understand that? Think about today in this current day and age. People place value on many different things. Like let's just say, for example, the dollar. You can go across seas and people tell you, man, that dollar ain't worth shit. But here in the United States, the way the system is set up, you have to have a dollar in order to purchase damn near anything. We value and fear it. And so that gives the dollar strength. Now, speaking from my age bracket, used to live overseas, the dollar used to be one of the strongest things because the American mindset was the dominating mindset in the planet. You understand that? So people feared the dollar. So in fearing the dollar gained strength. As America is constantly imploding because we don't take care of our own and shit like that, the government's more corrupt and all this other shit, the dollar is being seen for what it is, so it's lost value, but yet we're still caught in the container, America itself, so we still value, which now has lost value everywhere else. You understand that? We're that rat in the cage. We're caught in here erratically trying to find a way to make more dollars to a dollar that no longer has the same value of a dollar while they still raising the price on everything that makes the dollar more valuable to you because you haven't valued yourself. You haven't valued yourself. Exactly. None of that shit's required. This is exactly what I'm saying, Gina. This is exactly what I'm saying is, remember the first card? If you were putting in here, I said, I'm giving you 2 cards. One is for the limited mind that thinks that motion has to be granted. This is motion has to be granted because now I got to find balance. Keepers of the scales. I have to go find balance, which means you've already made something else greater than you because you're going on a journey. You're going on a journey trying to seek balance with something perceptionally outside of you because you didn't value yourself enough to keep still. You know what? They keep raising the brakes on these dollars. Man, fuck that. Why don't everybody get together and say, fuck that dollar? Thank you. So that's the rat in the cage. I got to go find balance. 3 and 8. The thought. 3, 8, struggle. But where I tell you the struggle was in my mind. So if the thought is already putting a struggle in my mind, what's the first thing you should do? You understand that? You go into the club, somebody say something to you, and you're like, man, I'm going to go to jail if I hit this motherfucker. So that thought in your head is like, no, go ahead and punch him. He stepped on your shoe. Either disconnect, I'm going to grant you that one, but And again, you're new to me. Don't disconnect, because sometimes when you disconnect from it, it still holds space. You understand? I'm going to look at it and I'm going to remove the validity. That's not a valid thought. It no longer has space. See, sometimes people disconnect and then they run around here 20 years later talking about what I thought I faced that. No, you didn't face it. You disconnected from it, but you didn't remove it. You still gave it the potentiality of validity. Well, maybe that is what it is, or maybe that ain't what it ain't. That's how you start getting into psychosis and shit on a deeper level. But I get exactly what you're saying, and you're correct. It's just sometimes these words are the fucking spell. So trying to find balance with that thought, when that thought already had no value, there was no balance needed. But unfortunately, in the limited mindset that has fallen prey to knowledge, we're going to go off of the status quo. Yes. So the status quo is just try and find balance with the thought. As a parent, especially, okay, hi, I got a 5-year-old grandson. Sometimes he just wants attention. He'll do things he know he's supposed to do, but hey, I want pop attention. So, boop, just do shit. Sometimes that's what your thoughts are. The thoughts know they're not going to win. I just want your energy. So if you are at that point to where you're inundated with a bunch of thoughts that just keep on coming, pervasive, and things on that level, and instead of saying, you know what, I can't pay attention to them because that's what they want, is for me to give them energy, even in the negative connotation of wasting your time. I just have to stay grounded with it myself and say, no, I can't pay attention to that because I have better thoughts to focus on. So see, you didn't lose your energy by trying to shield from them. You just didn't give your energy by giving them the attention. Attention. Tension. What's tension? Energetic use. If you understand words where you put tension on something, you apply pressure. What's pressure? Energetic use. What's energetic use? Motion. I ain't paying attention to them. Oh, you just paid attention to them. They moved you. We see that shit in younger generations. Oh, hello, spirit. I hope y'all saw that. We pay attention to that in our younger generations all the time. I ain't paying attention to them, and then you sit in the corner wondering about everything they said. Oh, you paid attention. They got your energy. On a deeper scale, that's all your thoughts want. Your thoughts, especially in a collective consciousness where it is the thought's main goal is to establish an experience. Whether it's you going to give it experience, I'm going to give it experience, she's going to give it experience, he's going to give it experience, or we all going to give it experience. The end game is energy. It wants to take your energy and produce a motion. By producing a motion, you produce an experience. By producing an experience, you establish balance. That's all the thought wants. The thought just wants you to give it balance by giving it your energy. But again, as I said, thinking from wholeness and stillness, the things I practice is I don't need to know that thought. I just need to be aware of what that thought can cost me. So here is my cards, the higher perspective. Here is my perspective on why things move you. The first one was things move you because you're seeking balance. And again, my number system, 3 and 8, the thought that is already a struggle. 3 plus 8, 11, the shit you keep justifying. 2 ones, you done already alchemized yourself because the potentiality of what it could become and the potentiality of what it already is, motherfucker, you already lost you. There's 2 ones, but there's 3 people looking. Which one of them are real? At that point, none of you. But I'll stop there. So, my take as a contrarian, as a being of source, as the thinker and not the thought, why do things move you? I'm going to tell you before I flip the card, it's going to be lack of accountability and irresponsibility. Oops, you succumb to that motherfucking thought. That 3 shows you 0. That 3 shows you the fool. 3, that thought done already zeroed you. It done already fooled you, and it already made you become everything. That'll confuse some of you. When you give your energy into something, you become everything to it. You become its whole world. You become its food source. Y'all better learn about parasites. Been trying to tell y'all that for about 6 or 7 years too. You better learn about parasites. Once a parasite takes hold of your energy, that motherfucker ain't letting go for free. You can trick yourself and say, oh, I took some black root and some thyme and some papaya seeds and some black walnuts and I got rid of that parasite. No, you got rid of the ones that were already born. But if you didn't do anything different to keep that inert one from recreating, you still sick too, Hoss. See, that thought and already fooled you into succumbing to giving it its energy, so that motherfucker gonna keep on coming back. So the question was, why do things move you? Because you succumb to the thoughts. You lose your position of stillness. This is the old age hermit. You lose your position of stillness and staying above this shit, and now you become moved and a part of the game. Oops. The problem is that last word, game. You are now on the chessboard. You have already given your 5, your energy of movement, into what it can potentially become. And for a few months, it might, get mad at me when I say that. When you become, you get nutted on. Become. BECUM. You use you don't leave the game, you just stop showing up. You don't leave the game, you stop showing up. See, somebody playing chess next door, but that don't mean you have to play. So, I don't know. Let me hurry up, though, because parenting duties are calling me. So, we'll just do this. You don't give it any more energy by making sure that you never give it energy in the first place. Here's what happened when you give it your energy. Here's what happened when you give it your energy. The horse king in reverse. Holy shit, you're going on a journey. It's a 42. You are already trapped 4, which is also balance, 2, into what you are connected to. But what are you connected to? What you think you know. And I use this hashtag for a reason. Knowledge gets you fucked up. When you are trapped in what you think you know, but yet that what you think you know has not shown you what it has promised to show you or what you have desired to see, you're on a journey. You're the horse king, but are you the king or are you the horse? And in both cases, you could still be the fool. See, the king could be going to conquer something and ain't got nothing to do with him. Then he about to either become a martyr or B, a sacrifice. Or you could be the horse on which the king is riding and then you already dead because you're just a beast of use. Holy shit, parasites. You just a beast of use. Why? Because you willingly give your energy. So the horse king said, just willingly give me your energy. That should keep you trapped. So the last one I'm going to do before I get out of here is that was what happens when you give your energy. Here is what happens when you realize if I give my energy, I'm about to get played. I love this. This is the old age hermit. This is the new age hermit. I, 9, stay in my highest vibration and I have control. I can give you that word. If you know me, I always tell you control is a dirty word. But for the sense of visibility, I have control over who I share my energy with. Because who I share my energy with will become the field of healing. I wish y'all would get that. Whoever you share your energy with in this real-time experience that y'all accept becomes the things you have to heal from. If you share your energy with somebody who drags you through the mud, you got to heal from that shit. If you share your energy with somebody who is at a level of reciprocity that doesn't require energy at all, there is no healing. So, again, before I get out of here, the one thing I've been telling y'all for years, you ain't healing nothing but your traumas here. You're healing the energy that you gave up in exchange for experience. You can't heal what you lost, and you can't heal who took it. So the only thing you're doing is healing the distance of that energy that you've already been moved by. You're healing the parasite. But you're not healing the thinker by stopping to make yourself fucking sick. Figure out who you're sharing your energy with, and you won't have to move. 9 is vibrations. For years, I've also told you there's two types of vibrations. There's the battery in the pack that's not using any energy, or there's the battery plugged into the device. That motherfucker already half dead. Being plugged into what you think you know in a realm that only wants you to stay plugged in so that it survives through your infinite existence, so to speak. That's foolishness. Especially if you ain't getting what you want out of the game. And if you get what you want out of the game, stay plugged in. But if you're tired of this game, get the fuck off the chessboard. Because chess, checkers, Yahtzee, Clue, Battleship, all of them are fucking games. Stop playing them at all. Stop playing yourself. Sit your punk ass down and be still and choose fucking awareness. Knowledge got y'all ate the hell up. Had me ate up for years too. So it's not trying to be funny, but until you stop thinking you know, you're going to forever only seek to hear the same bullshit over and over again. And it's going to keep leaving you in the same fucking cycles, in the same flow. Parasitic food. So resonance, ignorance, it's always a choice, but let your life tell your tale. Really though.